We are prisoners of a biological accident. For 300,000 years, your ancestors didn't care about the curvature of spacetime or the probability wave of an electron. They cared about the rustle in the tall grass. They cared about the ripeness of fruit and the warmth of a fire. Evolution is a sculptor, but it doesn't carve for truth. It carves for survival. Your brain was designed to track a spear thrown at a gazelle, not to visualize the 11 dimensions of string theory. It was built to understand the solid world, the world of things you can touch, eat, or run away from. But as we peel back the skin of reality, we are discovering a terrifying possibility. That the universe isn't just stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. We have reached the edge of the map, and the tools we brought with us, our logic, our intuition, our very senses are beginning to fail. Think about the floor beneath your feet. It feels solid. It feels dependable. If you jump, it pushes back. This is the first lie your brain tells you. If you were to strip away the empty space between the atoms in your body, you would fit inside a single grain of sand. The entire human race, all 8 billion of us, would fit inside a sugar cube. We are ghosts made of nothing walking through a void. But your brain can't process a void. It creates solidity because a brain that realizes it is 99% empty space is a brain that falls through the floor of its own sanity. We evolved in a middle ground. We live in the world of the medium. We don't see the frantic, chaotic jitter of the quantum realm, and we don't feel the agonizingly slow warp of cosmic time. We are tuned to a specific frequency of reality, like a radio stuck on a single station, convinced that the static between the channels doesn't exist. But what happens when the radio starts picking up signals it was never meant to hear? When we look at the smallest scales of existence, the world stops behaving like a world. Particles exist in 2 places at once. They communicate across light years instantly. They don't even decide to exist as things until someone or something looks at them. This makes no sense to you. It feels wrong. You feel a slight physical discomfort trying to visualize a particle being a wave and a point at the same time. That discomfort is the sound of your biological hardware hit, weighing its limit. Your logic is based on A or B. Something is either here or it is there. But the universe doesn't care about your binary survival instincts. In the quantum world, A and B can happen simultaneously or not at all, or in reverse. We are like ants crawling across a high-speed fiber optic cable. The ant feels the texture of the plastic. It smells the heat. But it has absolutely no concept of the trillions of gigabytes of data screaming beneath its feet. It lacks the receptors. It lacks the architecture. We are the ant, and the fiber optic cable is the fabric of reality. It gets worse when we look up. Einstein showed us that gravity isn't a force pulling us down, it's the bending of the very stage we stand on. Space and time are not separate. They are a fabric, and that fabric can be stretched, torn, and folded. Try to imagine a 4-dimensional shape. Not a drawing of one, but the actual thing. You can't. You can see the math, you can solve the equations, but you cannot see it. Your visual cortex is hardwired for a 3-dimensional world. You are a 2D shadow trying to understand the person casting it. We talk about the Big Bang as if it were an explosion, and in a dark room. But there was no room. There was no before. Space and time themselves were created in that moment. To ask what happened before the Big Bang is like asking what is north of the North Pole. The words make grammatical sense, but they are physically meaningless. Our language is a cage. We use words like start, end, cause, and effect because those words kept us alive. But at the cosmic scale, cause and effect might just be a local hallucination. The universe might be a single static block of time where the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, a cosmic record player where the needle is just our consciousness moving along a groove that has already been carved. There is a concept in evolutionary biology called the user interface theory. Think of your desktop on your computer. You see a blue icon for a folder. Is the folder actually blue? Is it actually a square number? It's a series of complex electrical pulses and silicon gates. If you saw the truth of your computer, the binary code and the moving electron zoo could never use it. The icon is a simplified lie that allows you to interact with the system. Our senses are our desktop icons. Sun is an icon. Space is an icon. Time is an icon. We don't see the world as it is. We see a simplified, color-coded version that prevents our brains from melting under the sheer complexity of the data. If we ever did see the truth, we wouldn't see a universe at all. We might see something so alien, so devoid of human concepts like matter or energy, that we would cease to be human the moment we understood it. We are searching for a theory of everything using a brain designed to find the best place to hide from a leopard. It is entirely possible that the answer to the universe is right in front of us, but we are simply too blind to recognize it. Maybe we aren't meant to understand. Maybe the meaning of the universe isn't a puzzle to be solved, but a boundary to be respected. We have spent centuries building telescopes and particle accelerators, trying to scream our questions into the void, and the void is finally answering. It's telling us that we are small, not just physically small, but intellectually trapped. We are biological machines with a finite capacity for complexity. Just as a dog will never understand the internal combustion engine no matter how many times as it rides in a car, there are layers of reality that will forever remain closed to us. But there is a strange beauty in that limitation. We are the universe trying to look at itself through a keyhole. We only see a sliver of the light, a fraction of the truth, but we are still looking. We are the only part of the cosmos that is brave enough to admit that it is confused. So, the next time you look up at the stars and feel that cold shiver of insignificance, don't look away. That feeling isn't fear. It's the sensation of your mind stretching against its cage. We were never designed to understand the universe. And yet, here we are, trying anyway.